Welcome! This video will demonstrate how to install the PeopleSoft bolt-on components for Visual Schedule Builder onto your Oracle Campus Solutions software. As you know, Visual Schedule Builder is a tool which allows academic advisors and students to find and register for their classes in a matter of minutes instead of hours. To get started, we need to make sure that the agent is running so that you can use the Change Assistant. This may already be the case on your systems. Once the agent is running on your systems, you can start the Change Assistant. Here we are going to apply the updates. These are the bolt-on components that have been provided to you by Visual Schedule Builder. Let's apply a change package. We will apply it automatically without comparing, and we won't be using the Change Impact Analyzer in this demonstration either. That would be so you could see the exact changes. Let's select our main environment and the demo target environment for this demonstration. Right now, this Change Assistant is connecting to the different hubs to ensure that the software is running in the background. As you can see here, it's detecting the different locations. So here we are just confirming that we're going to make changes to ensure that you've backed things up or you're ready to do this change. We don't need to select any file servers. Let's proceed. In this case, our user ID is as follows, and our access ID is SYSADM. Click Next. Here we're going to select the Apply directory. In this case, we have put the zip files received from Visual Schedule Builder in this folder. Number 1 is for the main bolt-on components, and the number 4 is to modify some of the existing web services slightly so that advisors can advise their advisees. We're going to install number 1 in this demonstration. So let's uncheck number 4. Let's just install number 1 to install the common VSB components. Click Next. We're going to automatically run the build scripts and confirm these selections. Let's validate our setup to make sure everything is running as expected. There we go. Everything is running, so we're ready to use the Change Assistant. Let's click Begin Apply. So right now what the Change Assistant is doing all the steps that you could do manually. If you were to do this manually using the application designer and the data mover, it would just require a few manual steps. But here the Change Assistant is running through all these steps for us. So it's processing down this list. You see that the Create PeopleSoft user is not one that can be run. The PeopleSoft user is a Visual Schedule Builder PeopleSoft user with the name VS Builder. It's not required in 95% of our client installations. The purpose of it is actually to renew this single sign-on PeopleSoft authentication, but in the vast majority of cases, the timeout of this token is long enough that this user is not required. So here we have a manual stop encountered at step Create PeopleSoft user. So what we're going to do is skip this step. We did not automate this step because the table definition for users changes between the different PeopleTools versions, which made it complicated to maintain. So either we create it manually, although as I mentioned, in the vast majority of cases, we don't even need to create this user. So what I'm going to do is right click on it and click complete. Now we can resume the rest of the steps by clicking this little green stoplight button. Let's resume the jobs in the set. And the steps have completed. So let's go and verify that this installation has installed as expected. Let's load the PIA in the browser. The URL for you would be slightly different. Let's log in as the administrator user. Now the first thing that we can observe is that there will be an additional menu. If we go to Setup SICR and System Administration Integrations, we notice that this Visual Schedule Builder has been added to the menu. If we try to open it, however, we'll see that we are not authorized to access this component. That means that the user that I am using right now in the PIA, which is the username PS, does not have the appropriate permission list to access this menu component. But I do have permission to change permissions with this user. So I'm going to go into the PeopleSoft Security and add permission to myself to access that page. If we go under the roles, let's just go to the end of the list here. We're going to add a new one to the roles, and we're going to use the VS Builder configuration role. That will allow me to access that menu component. So we're going to save this, and now that I have the role, I should be able to access the menu component. So let's go back to Setup SICR, System Administration, Integrations, Visual Schedule Builder. We have three items here: Integration Configuration, the Check Tool, and the Security Access Check Tool. First, we need to set up the configuration. The Configuration Check Tool is something we will use later to set up the delivered enrollment web services that come with PeopleSoft. Last, we're going to verify that the appropriate student users can access the web services so that when they use VSB, they will be able to use the web services through VSB. So let's start with the integration configuration. If we do a search, we see that we don't have any configuration yet. We're going to add a new value for our own institution. In this case, the institution code is PSUNV. We'll click Add. In all of our cases, we use the enrollment REST-based services, not the SOAP-based ones. The service operator ID would be VS Builder. However, that is the step that we skipped previously, so we do not need to specify it. The database user is VS Builder. This is the default one that is created when we ran the grant scripts. It was towards the end of the Change Assistant steps. The URL identifier can be set up by you, but we do include one, and this is the default. This URL identifier points at the moment to localhost 8080. You will need to change this so that it points to the appropriate URL. First, let's save this. Now the other items here, add to scheduled pages, is so that you can create a course queue on your academic advisement report pages. Only some clients will use this. If you're not using it, you can leave this blank. Under configuration properties, however, if you select full configuration here, do copy paste this and send the text to Visual Schedule Builder so that they can help set up the installation on their end. Now that we have saved this, let's go to the configuration check tool. We have one configuration already for our own institution. We'll check for errors And naturally, because enrollment web services have not been set up in this system previously, there will be a large number of errors encountered. This tool basically ensures that all your web services are set up and enabled so that VSB can use them. So here we have an error count of 53. In another video, we're going to demonstrate how to go through these errors and make the necessary configuration changes to eliminate all of them. That makes sure that all your ducks are in a row, so to speak, and you're ready to enable Visual Schedule Builder in your system and provide it to students. Thank you very much.